Hey guys, today we're going to be doing day 2 of translations. Okay, so real quick review of what we did yesterday. A translation is to vertically or horizontally slide a figure. Okay, so we are sliding these figures side to side and up and down. Okay, in symbolic form, when we talk about the x variable, we're talking about side to side. Okay, left to right. Let's write left to right. And the the y variable is going to represent any up or down movement. Okay, so we're going to be doing some translations, okay? So we're going to start with number 1. We are going to translate rectangle QRST with vertices, okay? They told us the coordinate points. Then they're going to tell us the translation. We're going to take all of the x's and plus 5 and all of the y's plus 7. All right, now that's a lot of directions to do, so we're going to break it down piece by piece. The first thing we're going to need to do is just draw rectangle QRST. So let's start with each point and label them. So we're going to start with Q. Q is at -6, -1. Now, oh no, these graphs are not labeled. That means we're going to have to count. Okay, so if I start at my 0, 0, I'm going to go -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and -1 puts Q right there. So there's Q, and I have labeled it. R is at -3, 1. So I'm going to go -3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 positive right there. There's R. Okay, now we need S at 1, -5. 1, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is S. And T is at -2, -7. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is T. Okay, we now have rectangle QRST. There it is. This is the pre-image. Okay, this is the one we are going to start with. Now what we need to do is it says every x is going to be plus 5, and every y is going to be plus 7. Okay, so now I can kind of go about this 2 different ways. Okay, and I'm going to show you both ways in our examples. First, I'm going to use the counting method. So this means I'm going to go, all the x's go plus 5, so I'm going to go to the right 5, and the y's are plus 7, so I'm going to go up 7. Okay, now this way kind of helps me because I get to count things. Okay, so let's do this. So let's start here. I'm going to go to the right 5, and I'm going to go up 7. Now just to keep my notes looking really nice, I am going to be using 2 different colors. If you want to as well, that is fine. So here we go. I'm going to go to the right 5, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is R prime. All right, we're going to do that same thing to the other 4 points. So right 5, up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is Q prime right there. Now we're going to take T. Right 5, up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is T prime. And last one, we're going to count right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is S prime. We have now drawn QRST prime over there. Now it took a little bit of time to count. So now we just have to label our points so that we can be good. Q is at -1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. R is at 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is at 2, 8. S is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up 2. T is at 1, 2, 3, and 0. Woo! That was a lot of work. Now, if you wanted to do this the algebraic way, what we could do is instead of a whole lot of counting those tiny squares, we could just use our math to add 5 and add 7 to each of the points. Now that's what we're going to do on number 2, because I'm going to do it the other way because that was a lot of work to count. Okay, so here we go. On number 2, I have triangle CDE. So we're going to go ahead and draw CDE. Here we go. C is at 2, -1. There is C. D is at 7, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. There is D. E is at 4, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is E. Okay, so we now have triangle CDE. We are going to be translating it using the rule x - 3 and y + 8. Now, if I'm feeling like I don't really want to count all of those numbers, because that is a lot of work, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the math. I'm going to use the algebra. Okay? So, let's take point C. You see it right here? X is 2. Now, if I take 2 - 3, then C prime should be at -1. That was easy. I didn't have to count anything. I love this already. Okay, let's finish the rest of the x's. D, x was 7. So if I do 7 - 3, I'll get 4. Now let's do E. On point E, the x value is 4. Well, 4 - 3 is 1. Well, this is so much easier than counting all those tiny boxes. All right, let's do the y values next. For point C, the y value is -1. -1 + 8 is 7. For point D, the y value is -4. -4 + 8 is 4. And for point E, the y value was -6. -6 + 8 is 2. Now, that was a really easy way to figure out where all the coordinate points are for the CDE prime. So let's go ahead and just graph this on our graph now that we know where the coordinates are supposed to be. C prime is at -1, 7. So -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess there's still a little bit of counting, but it's not that bad. There's C prime. D prime is at 4, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there is D prime. E prime is at 1, 2. So over 1, up 2. And there is E prime. There's a triangle. Oh, that was wonderful. Personally, I really like using this method where we just do the addition or subtraction and then draw the triangle or whatever it is where it needs to be. Okay, so now that you know both ways, you can decide which way you feel the most comfortable with. Now, because there are a lot of these, a lot of time for each problem, we're going to give you not as many problems today. Okay, so your job is to finish 3, 4, 5, 6 on this page. And on this page, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 and 6 are a little bit different. So let's do number 5 together. On number 5, the shapes are drawn for us, and I'm supposed to write down the rule. Do you remember doing this from yesterday? I hope so. We're going to start at W, because this is the pre-image where we start, and we're going to find out how far we moved to get to W prime. Okay, so let's start in the X direction first. Okay, that's side to side. We move to the left 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Now, since it was going to the left, that is subtraction, because we went this way. Okay, now let's look at the Y direction. How far, after we moved over 4, how far did we go down? Looks like we went down 1, 2 times. Since 2 is down, that would also be subtraction. So my rule is the X's went -4, and the Y's went -2. All right, so your job is just to finish both of these pages, get them checked, and put them in your notes. Good luck, and have a great day.